Hey all, Hibber here. A lot of you have asked me what the recent buff and nerf of the Agile commanders have done to Atago, and the answer is not a lot. Uh, this is Mikawa here with Azure Lane Baltimore and Müller, and if we look at Ingenious, the traverse speed is down to 1.6 instead of 1.8, and velocity is up 1% to 5% instead of 4%. So if we look at this ship here, and remember in the first slot I actually have the traverse speed, because as you'll see in a minute, that is needed. I've always had that, by the way. So here, 23.1 seconds, and an Agile cruiser you want to hit 23 or less, so this is perfect. 42.2 knots now with the 1% extra and 2-second rudder shift. So this is a perfect Agile build, and it suits the ship amazingly. I don't think I can do any better than this. Even if, I said before, even if a rudder commander came out, I don't think I would actually put that guy on, because I don't need more rudder. 2 seconds is fine. That's the sweet spot. And if anything, I need more speed. So that's why I'm actually quite happy about the buff nerf here yesterday. Because I'm happy to give up just a little bit of turret traverse for another % of speed. Because I am hitting more than 42 knots now in this cruiser, and that's what I like. So for example, compared to Edinburgh or Hibber, this cruiser here is like 5 or sometimes 7 knots faster, which is quite a deal. So in this game here, we've spawned at B, which is perfect. I love this spawn. Plenty of cover inside the cap, or the hotspot here, if you will. And that's what you should do in a cruiser. Get in there and take out the enemy DDs, because they usually just get in there quickly. See, it's already in there now. Luckily my DD is contesting it, so I have to go in there and help him out. Obviously, I cannot stay out here. It is a cap, so he will be spotted before the other destroyer most likely. So I'm not slowing down at all. I am full steaming in here. I'm actually wishing the ship could go a little bit faster here, because I need to get in to get this destroyer here, 1, before he escapes, or 2, before he takes out my destroyer. And see how well my destroyer guy is playing. He's spotting him for me and making it so easy to get this cap wrestled away from him. I can't use my whole broadside yet. See how fast I turn here. It's awesome. I can't use my whole broadside yet because he's hiding, but I just need to get close enough and then use my sonar. And then I have to keep an eye on this Kansas here, because he looks like he is just heading straight for gold. And there's nothing worse than a battleship that enters this cap here, because it will really limit my movements in here, and it's hard to find cover. So if he enters, I will probably have to torp him, because I don't want to give up this cap here to a battleship. Absolutely not. Unfortunately, our DD was being just a little bit too reckless here. He was in a Khabarovsk, and he ends up getting taken out by the ZF6. I don't really know how that happens, but it did happen. And we have another cruiser in here with me, so there's no point giving up the cap now. We've played our hand, so we'll have to follow through here. Might as well. So see, the Kansas is actually entering the cap, and he avoided my torps there. I was kind of hoping he would sail into them and then change his mind, but he didn't. And see the battleship behind me? He's in a good position. He's not inside the cap to get torped, but he's also not too far away, and he's able to provide support fire, which he will do in a minute. And that Amalfi just wasted a huge opportunity, because I misjudged it here. I thought he was in a different position, and I was broadside on. He could pretty much have one-shot me there, but he didn't. So that's all good. We continue on. So like I said before, the Suzuya out here at the edge of the cap is a problem. And that's why I am very, very happy that this battleship here is in such a good position. Because he's got my back. And that makes my job much easier. Because I need to get this Kansas out of here now. And there the Iowa takes out the Suzuya, which is awesome. So the Kansas is outnumbered now. And I am just going to put this island here between us, and then I'm going to pretty much rush him. He's going to get off a salvo, yes, but he's not going to be able to sink me before I get within torp range. and he has a long reload. So yeah, all hope is gone for this guy here unless someone comes to back him up, which of course they don't. The Amalfi is too far away. So we're going to, like I said, rush him. And he's gonna get off salvos, and that's completely in order. That is calculated here, but because I know he won't be able to sink me unless he gets my broadside. So that means he'll get a double dose of torps here, and that's this major threat here out of the game. So that's the Kansas down, and we have to deal with this Amalfi now. And from before, when he missed that kill shot on me, I believe I don't have that much to fear from him. So in any other circumstance, I probably would have left this guy for someone else to deal with, someone who has more health than I do, because taking out that Kansas really took its toll on me. But in this case here, I'm pretty confident that I'll be able to win this encounter here. First, I just need to cap, because I don't want to have to cap again. Like, there's nothing worse than almost getting a cap and then getting reset, and then having to stay out in the open again to be able to cap. And this time I'm not scared to show broadside to this guy, because I know for a fact that he is unreliable at best at shooting at broadsides. I'm more worried about his torpedoes. But obviously he's not able to fire them yet. So I'm just going to sit here, and it looks like he's just going to reverse right out for me, and then I'm going to see if I can't get a cheeky citadel, and then after that I'm going to shoot torps at him, basically, because that means he won't be able to torp me, because I'm in safety. And yeah, here again, not the best play by this Amalfi here. But anyway, shooting torps and then getting into safety. Fortunately, I just miss it right there, and like again, I'm not too worried showing broadside to this guy here, as you will see, because really nothing really happens. And he's preoccupied with the torps anyway, so it's all good. Lucky? Yes, absolutely, no doubt about it. But it's not all luck. I mean, I did have an encounter with this guy before, and in my mind, I thought this is a person that you can show broadside to without actually having to worry about getting citadeled. So I did that. Don't do this at home, kids. And yeah, he floods. So that's the third kill here in this cap, basically. So now I can actually leave this cap. This flank here is almost, well, it's clean, yeah. So we can start to head out again. And there's always a problem here if you should go for A or C, because usually when I go for one of them, the enemy goes for the other one. And like, I'm trying to figure out where everybody is, and I see the shimmer over here, and if I was him, I would go for A, but he's not doing that. I don't know, he's sitting in smoke in the middle of the map. And yeah, if he likes to do that, that's fine. But so I'm thinking that he's probably not gonna go for A, and there's already a cruiser over there, if you can see that on the map. So with that in mind, I'm thinking it's probably better to go for the red cap to the south on the map. I believe it's D, because again, I think that this other cruiser here should be able to cut that shimmer off, so he won't be able to take A. And anyway, it'll take me a while to cap, and if I have that time, I can take D. So that's what's going through my head at this moment here. It is a bit of a gamble, because like the shimmer could escape and go straight for A, and we only have a small point lead. Not small, but it could be relatively easily turned. But I think it's the right play here. So you can see how we are moving across the map now in one like line, basically. I'm a little bit behind the others, actually. And this is, I like to do this because it means it's really hard to hide for the other ships on the other flank. And we have like pretty good distance between us, so we are able to set up a few crossfires. I'm going to leave this battleship here now, because I'm going to head for the cap, and that'll give us an even better spread of of artillery as well, which also goes into my calculations here. But of course, the cap is number 1. And if you saw, I turned my sonar on because I'm pretty sure that Shima is up to no good, firing his wall of skill there. And I mean, this is the stupid with this destroyer here. He's sitting there nearly 10 kilometers away and he's just firing an ocean of torpedoes without any well, skill involved. He's just shooting them in the general direction, and then yeah, probably one of them is gonna hit, probably. But he gets a whole broadside from Atago here, and that's bad for a DD, and out he goes. I believe that other than Edinburgh, there's nothing more satisfying than firing a full broadside at a destroyer from Atago, because it's almost certainly a one-shot kill. Same thing with Edinburgh. It's also like a devastating hit if you hit with like just 2/3 of your shells. With Atago, you pretty much have to hit with every single one, but then it's also a a one-shot kill, and yeah, that is quite satisfying. I'm sure you all know that. So we have an Ochakov left here, and I'm switching to AP because I'm kind of hoping that he'll continue the way he does, and by the time I'm finished capping, I'll be able to citadel him. That's the plan, at least. So if you remember back to the beginning of this battle here, I always fight very, very hard for the hotspots, and especially the one I took, the B one, that has plenty of cover in there. Like, there's no need to be scared in a cruiser of going inside that hotspot. The other one is, yeah, a little bit of a different problem because there's not much cover inside that cap. But B is wonderful. I love spawning there. It's the best spawn. And we're just lining up the Kraken shot here. And someone actually gets this guy just before me. So I'm a little bit lucky that he doesn't take him out completely. But we get the last sliver of health there. And yeah, like, there's definitely nothing wrong with Atago after the Ingenious Nerf and the Velocious buff. If anything, it's actually a little bit better because it's faster with the build I have. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you out there.